All right, guys, this is Jazz. I wanted to talk about a swing trade that I took on CVX Chevron, and this was actually based on XLE. XLE is a energy sector, and it was pretty much beaten down all the way from 62 down here, and looked like it came to somewhat of a support. If you look to the left of it, there was a support, and it came to retest this support again here again, and ultimately to the deeper to this side to retest it again. So what I did, I went into CVX, since CVX is a energy sector, oil sector stock, and it was looking pretty good. If you look into the smaller time frame, this is where a beautiful fresh demand was. If you look at the hourly or the 2 hourly chart back in December 2018, and the prices came right back down to it and bounced up, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but obviously, you look for the fresh demand and the fresh supply if you're shorting it. So what I did, I made an entry right around this area, and it was a bigger entry with a stop below. I gave a little bit of room below this lower red line. That's where the support was, and I ended up selling as it went up, and that's what swing trading is, right? Swing trading is you buy low and sell at the higher swing. So I started selling around, I believe it was the 5th, and then sold a little bit around on the 11th or 12th, and then I'm still holding something with a break, not even a break even, but right under this little basing, right? I have a stop right under around here, 108, you could say. It's a mental stop right now, but at least I know this trade. I'm just playing with the house money at this point. So let me show you what I did. So if I go into my image, right? So this is where I did a screenshot. This is my actual what you call your my trading account. So came down in here, bought on the acquisition date, the 131st, which is right around here. If you look at this, the other chart, which was this date, right? If you look at the bottom right here, it says 131st. So right before uh, right and end of the month. So right where I bought it here, 106.73 was my entry. I started selling it, as you can look at my liquidation date, 25, which was right around here. Sold first, sold second and third lot here on the 11th. My second lot here, and the fourth lot was final on the 12th, which is sold right at the right at the peak. And reason why I sold it, I'll even tell you why, is because when you start buying on these the swing lows and sell at the swing high, you have to look where the nearest resistance is or nearest supply is. Although there wasn't a supply right around this area, and that's why I ended up starting selling it here, just in case if it comes down, I wanted to be break even. So however, this is a fresh supply right here. This is a drop base and a drop. So went right into it. This is a fresh supply, so a lot of shorts were already parked over there. They wanted to short the since it was a downtrend, right? A lot of people wanted to short it, so it eventually did work out really nicely. That's exactly the reason I sold the fifth lot. So coming down, offer the dividend. I have very small part just to cover the few trades, the cost of the few next coming trades up. That's all I have, just in case if it comes down, stops me at 108. So this is where it's coming down for a pullback, and I expect it to actually go up, possibly on today's holiday, so possibly tomorrow, maybe form somewhat a hammer candle in here, re-soak all this demand in here, then do have another push up, might retest here, come down, but eventually I see this going up here, all around up to 116. This is a very strong supply here, so hopefully prices will come down here and maybe have a bigger correction to the downside. And the reason why I bought this is because the whole market is really overbought, and so I wanted to get into something which had a huge downfall, but at the same time it was at a really good support level. So I ended up getting into this, and it had a fake out to up to the move to the upside, broke in here, sucked up all the shorts, right? Sucked up all the buyers and stopped them out here. Then he had another move to the up, was trying, but eventually went out and then another move. So we have multiple tries where the stock wanted to go up, but eventually the stock actually came down to a point where I think it was a fresh supply, and that's the reason I bought it. Hey, I could have been stopped out easily, but it came to the point where it was a pretty good support, so I ended up getting in and making a decent profit on it. And PSX is another one, huge move to the downside every time the price is based around it stops out all the stops of the buyers. It happened here, then it happened right around here, then happened possibly, I don't know if it's in, but I actually bought this one too and ended up selling half of it. I bought it around here, sold half of it, not a whole lot of profit, but then I knew it was the fundamentals on this wasn't looking the greatest. Just because they came out with something about the dividend, offering dividend and cutting it down, so I ended up just having a very short amount. So I'm actually at a loss right now. So because I bought it right around here and sold it a little bit here, then offered this, although I did get the dividend 90 cents per stock. I'm not even hoping, I'm expecting it to possibly on Tuesday break the highs of this and have another move to the upside. But if it doesn't, my stop's gonna be right around here. There's a gap in here, you can see the little gap, so possibly right below the gap my stop will be here. If I'm stopped out, I'm stopped out. But like I said, the CVX trade should cover this stop out and a pretty decent profit on this. And hopefully I'll be posting a little bit more videos, and this is where I used to post regularly, but just trading's just, I'm just doing my own swing trading on the side, not putting a lot of time into these videos. But this is, if you go on to ticker.tv, and it's actually if you go into, it's trend trader for you. So this is all my this is where I put all my videos and all that stuff. So anyway, so that's the stock. I want to talk about the swing trading. You buy at a swing low and you sell at a swing high, and that's what the swing trading is. The definition is you want to hold it for maybe 4 days to a week, as long as the swing is to the upside. Once the swing is to the downside, you want to be out of it, right? So you could have your stop right underneath this red candle, or even a little bit below here, so that you know that you got your profits out. You move on to a next stop. There are many other stocks out there that are looking better than this. So for me to put my money in there, it's more viable than to just stay in this trade. So anyways, that was the trade, CVX swing trade, buy to the upside.